As much as I'd like to keep listening to the music, we have a stream to get to. So, sorry, Azar Gunvolt, you'll have to wait till later. Yeah, Coil's been playing the Phoenix Strike games much before I got to it. How are you guys doing today? Hold on, I'm good. I got news. Hold on, let me capture cursor. Nope, I don't. They don't need to see. You guys don't need to see my mouse all the time. So I have news. So turns out that my stay-at-home orders have been lengthened, according to our governor, to the 25th or 27th from the 15th. Uh, so I guess I'll be streaming more than I thought I would be. Not a bad thing. I just was expecting to be going to work, back to work after the 15th. I will. It is what it is, and in the meantime, I get to stream more. So, new game. So, episode 1, the first turnabout. I'm going to be doing my best to read with intonation. I'll try to do voices, but any girl voices I do are going to suck. Just straight up, they're probably going to suck. But I will do my best. Dang it. Why me? Hold on. I can't get caught. Not like this. I'll try and do a voice for him later. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. Well, I haven't, so don't spoil it for me. I haven't. Okay, so I played through the first game like over 2 years ago, and then I got part way into the second game, and then I stopped, probably because I got distracted by something else. Basically, I took a break to play something else, and I never came back. So please don't spoil things for me, because I don't remember most of the cases and all that. Maybe I'll remember as I go along, but definitely I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Hey, Chime. Aw, Nick. Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible, girlfriend, for your responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Oh, also some more news, besides the lockdown being extended to the 25th, is also, so it turns out there is a quotation marks true ending to Azure Striker Gunvolt. You have to collect all of the gems and then give them to Jewel from the different stages. So what I'll do is I'll keep playing the game on my own time, and then once I've collected all the gems, before I give the last one to her, I will save, and at that point I will pick up the game on stream, and we will go ahead and I'll play through that, and we'll get the true ending. Because you have, once you give her all the gems, she gives you an item, you have to equip it, and then go through the last stage again. So once I get to that point in the game, I will do that on stream. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Payne,
Technically, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the plus button to check it anytime, okay? Cindy's autopsy report. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Let's hear your answer. Who's the victim in this case? It was, not Cinder Block, it was Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor?
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. Court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Type weapons, submitted as evidence by Prosecutor Payne. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Press the plus button to check the court record, and do it frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butts? Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you Technically. Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean, irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went... What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Okay, let me figure out a voice for this guy a minute.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Why, yes. Yes, I do. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, of course. Yes. Yes, yes, of course I do. Something like that. Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Yeah, I don't know. He, like, unlike some of the other characters, he's like doesn't have like an obvious accent. Like he's not like obviously from like one specific like country or anything like that.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing from an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell him the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. I guess so. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright? Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? The client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. So remember, press the witness with the minus button or by waving the Wii remote. Then check your facts again with the plus button and point out the contradiction. Witness's account. Oh, by the way, if it wasn't obvious, I'm playing the Wii version. These games were originally on the DS. They've got ported over to the Wii and then to the Switch. Yeah. Okay. Would you like to buy some newspapers? Newspapers? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Okay. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't sound too much like, Mr. Payne, who I'm basically basing on the idea of the...
Well, technically, I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
Okay, we saw this already, so I'm just gonna... Thought he must be in a hurry. Okay, so let me check something. When was... Nope. Okay, gotcha. Blackout. Okay, so from noon to 6 p.m. there was a blackout. Okay. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying there, a woman. The name sounds familiar, but I'm not good with celebrities. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right? Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Okay, yeah, it was the blackout. Okay, good. Moving the mouse doesn't automatically present it. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly... Oh, shoot, I messed up. Yeah, if you lose a bunch of times. I don't know about save states on this one. I'll have to look that up, I guess. Yeah, it's not the blackout. Not yet, anyway. My bad. Okay, so... No, I'm good. I actually played through this earlier. Like I remember this case, so... I remember the results. I just have to get there again. Hold on, let me go over the evidence again. Oh, that's right. Cindy died at 4 p.m. She couldn't have possibly... Yeah, okay. That was it. You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, This is trivial. The witness has merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawat, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Oh, sorry. I should have done that judge voice. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yeah, this one's pretty obvious. Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't work. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Eh? You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Ah! Well. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawat?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawat, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawat. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
This is another easy one. This whole case is actually fairly easy. Do I present it when he says the table clock or the murder weapon? I think right here. Yeah. Because look at this thing. There's no way you would know that it's the clock unless you knew what it was already. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawat.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawat, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, I saw it. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death.
Yeah. Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor? A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawett heard was definitely this clock, a fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the... No! No! Gosh dang it. I clicked on it with my mouse, but it didn't move it because... gosh dang it. Nope. Sorry, I'm just gonna... Sorry. There we go. Let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, could you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawett, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Dang it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawett.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all the same. Or all slime, my bad. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Nothing I can do about it now. Thank you for the compliment, Coyle. Not so fast, Mr. Sawett. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pulled this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
And it is, of course, the passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawett? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Wait, that wouldn't have been the client. That would have been his witness. Whatever.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
not guilty.
And with that, the court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sot let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sot grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby. Wait, so that took like 4 hours then? Because we went in at 10 a.m. and we're getting out at like 2:30. Anyway. Ew. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh, no. I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait. Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry? Larry... Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? It is the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock. That's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. That's the first chapter. They do get a lot longer. Gonna play for the 3 hours, you know, right around that point. There's usually like saves before and after things. Yeah. Foreshadowing for literally in like a couple seconds. Okay, so episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Hold on. No, don't go into the next thing. I have to change the overlay. Turnabout Sisters. Okay. There. No, it's slightly off kilter. There. Okay. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold that evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Shake a drink. Oh, shoot. I can't always see where my mouse is. It was right over the X button, apparently. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence, then? Well, there's a possibility it might turn out... Oh, yeah, this is the thing that Coyle always likes to complain about, is the fact that it doesn't always say the correct person. Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis. But I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright. It's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fanco Law Offices. No, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers? I'm sorry, but I can't give to you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. Oh. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you're not configurous of my background? Confrigus? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid that I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Chief must have gone home already. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Oh. The curse of the mouse not actually working raises his head again. Okay. Head into the office. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Oh no! Who could have foreseen this? Who are you? A strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. And we'll never see Mia again. Sorry guys, I hope you didn't like her too much because we'll never, ever, ever, ever see her again. Nope, never. She's dead. Dead people don't come back. Um, I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Are you sure about that? Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this. But if there are any clues here, she was struck in the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Right, I'd better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Oh. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Okay, so this is... I know who this is. This is about as far as I got when testing the game. Because I was like, I gotta stop playing. But I remember who this is. I don't know how to do this voice. This is part of the reason why I looked back to see how trying to find this and Coil's Twitch because I wanted to see how he did some of these voices. Uh, I don't know how to do this voice. Um, okay. Police, please come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from the outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. I'll just do my best. She's only here for like one court case. Like I said, any girl voices that I do are gonna be kind of bad, but I'll do my best. I don't know, maybe it'll be funny to try me do an over-sexualized lady's voice, yeah? That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Run on me. Yeah. Yipes. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Tutorials. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis... So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for... Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. About the thinker. The thinker. That was... Oh, Sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? I never thought there would be a use for evidence outside of the courtroom. Uh-oh, now I've gone and done it. Oh, now I gotta, okay. Now I gotta decide on a gumshoe voice. Hey you. Hey you. No, that's too much. Hey you pal. Hey you. Something like that. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Gumshoe. See? See? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way. See? Got a person say they saw a murder. See? It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Does the word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood. See? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never gonna believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go for if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. Foreshadowing. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to trouble you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, can't just sit and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Oh, not examining. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training. What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detectives took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure. Thanks. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. Okay, did we already hear this? Okay, I think it practically qualifies as a serial murder by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I needed to hear for now. So, you're an acolyte. A medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? Huh? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Alright. Let's get a move on. Alright, Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention to run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let's take a look around a minute. Specifically, we have to look at this painting a minute. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. Oil painting is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Solid mahogany desk. The wood has been polished to a deep luster. Table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. September 6th, Faye & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busy searching for crew.
Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing.
Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere?
Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
Ah, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right.
And don't call me Dick.
Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. You're right there. You're your lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Excuse me. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy?
Hmm? You want to know the results, eh?
Now don't you look at me like that, pal.
It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get to any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all.
Autopsy report added to the court record. Man, he's kind of a pushover. Good thing for us, but he's kind of a pushover. He's too much of a nice guy for his job. I'm gonna run out of water. About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win.
Why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth.
I'm sure you know what that means. You being a lawyer and all.
Yeah, he's the best, but he's also not extremely good at his job, unfortunately. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you don't know him, don't you?
I think I've heard his name somewhere around. Yeah, I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Gotta get his Maya's phone back from him. I was wondering, did you see Maya's Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a sec, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. What do you think? Tell him straight, tell him not so straight. I think it actually doesn't make too much difference. I think we get it either way. Oh, alright, whatever. I meant to... I was turning down the game audio and I accidentally clicked, so whatever. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me.
Something the matter? Something the matter?
Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective.
Nope, I know nothing, pal.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets.
You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory.
Impressive. You're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're gonna have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all.
Seems we didn't notice the recorded conversation. Proceed Maya's cell phone. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influence the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then?
You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Oh, if we open up the thing, my cell phone, check it. This is just the conversation we saw at the start of this. Or at least part of it. I guess let's go and try and give her back her cell phone. Otherwise we have to go talk to that lady. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. Haven't seen him yet. I see. I'd better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. He won't be there until after we talk to that girl, though, so... So here's the cell phone. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say... Can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Alright, I think that's all for now. Until we go talk to that lawyer guy. September 6th, Gateway Hotel, room 303. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that... He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Let's see, we got bottles of wine. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. That's not surprising. Yeah. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside that in the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you... Just exactly who are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up too, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Well, doesn't look like we're gonna get anything else out of Miss May. Maybe if we ask her... Oh, okay. Profiles aren't a thing until the later games, apparently. Anyway, let's go see if Grossberg is there yet. Oh, Grossberg. I need to channel this one from the belly, I think. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem. If that wasn't the most over-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Ah, ha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want?
I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Hmm? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grosber, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Uh, yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Hmm? Why the strange reaction?
Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a sec. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Ahem. Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He just refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia...
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes. Of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now, I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
Ah, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale. I'm not buying.
I'm not buying. Jeez. Is there anything we can present to him? Maybe the thinker?
Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter.
Alright, whatever. I guess we go break the bad news to Maya. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Hey, Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean you refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know. So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say that ESP runs in our blood. So this is probably helpful context for you, Chime. Because that last case directly builds on like a lot of stuff from the games before it. So this is helpful context. They say that ESP runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, Our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my ESP.
I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain.
So,
Who is this man who, ruined your mother?
about 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim.
Wow. So, what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White?
Excuse me? White.
That was his name. My sister told me.
White?
Just a little longer now, before the state-appointed lawyer comes. I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do we just leave her and go home?
No, of course not. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you.
No one is sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right, thank you.
She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes, and I trust you, so you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal.
So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there.
Let's see. Do we have anything to present? To get her to say anything else? Say autopsy report. The receipt, maybe? Remember that receipt?
You mean the one with my name on it?
Any idea why she...
Absolutely none. Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you. I trust you.
Why? Don't you think I did it, too?
No, I don't.
It's just a hunch, but... that detective thinks I did it.
Anyway. I guess we go talk to that lady again?
Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right.
He is. He is.
I've just come up to deliver some room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May be?
Ah, I guess Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of it, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hey!
Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
Ah, I almost forgot.
Ugh, you came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Alright, let's go see what's in this drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Ah, what do we have here? Wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with such a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial. That's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... You know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to going with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Halfway through the stream. So yeah, we'll probably get through this case at least. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. Hey, we moved up to the big leagues. Courtroom number 1. And we get Edgeworth. Okay, I really have to figure out what I'm doing with Edgeworth. I kind of had an idea. But let's see. After this session, I'll after this this bit of the trial, I'll have to go get a refill on water though. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution, 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 the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No, that sounds way too much like all my other ones. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No, that's too much of a weird accent. Yeah, I'm almost out. I still got a little left. So after this bit of the trial, because there will be this bit of the trial, and then I think we have to find more evidence, and then there'll be another part of the trial. I think this trial goes over 2 days. They get longer and longer. So after this part of the trial, I'll get some more water. The prosecution, the prosecution, the prosecution, the prosecution, the prosecution, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Nope, nope, that's gonna suck. The prosecution, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No, it still sounds way too like. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. It has to be very, like, it has to have a bite to it. It's Edgeworth, so it has to have a bite. It has to have an edge, and he has to be British. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Something like that. I'll try and work it out as I go. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or it'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name is.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be nasty trying to switch between Dick and Edge, isn't it? Okay.
My name is Dick.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Okay. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain.
Hopefully the voices will get better the more I do them too.
The body was found by this window, here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue into evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective?
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Yeah.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. Worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay. So let's press him on the very moment of the murder thing. Because that seems very odd, because we saw her call after we got there. Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly. What about this suspicions woman in pink claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. It was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Okay. So, I think I know what's wrong here. Or at least something we can press him on. So, Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Whew.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No.
Don't you find it a little odd that a victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well.
That's right. What'd he say?
Okay, so let me just double check here a minute. I think I remember, or I know what the problem is with this. So yeah, time of death, 9 p.m., cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. So there's no way she could have written something in blood if she was already dead. Well, there are ways, but I don't think they come up in this case. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But...
No butting your way around out of this one, Detective.
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it is quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Dang you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham, the detective's a sham. The detective's kind of a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report?
Huh? I thought...
Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that.
I'm sorry, sir.
You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
What? But...
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. The poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, in my hotel room? I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? Mm-hmm, that's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite, firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya's Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. He has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
It was like 9 at night? Okay. So, let me double check times here. Okay, so... Mia died... Does it say? It doesn't say when Mia died. Okay. Is there anything that says when she died? Okay, so there's the lamp. I do remember... So... So this is the part I remember we have to press her on. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack.
Please, continue your testimony.
Okay, hold on. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, Gee. First of all, she had the girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. No. Her testimony certainly does make sense, and everyone in the court keeps siding with her. I better not press too hard on this one. Maybe I should just listen to the testimony again. How do you know she was the defendant? Uh-huh. Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Yeah, he's right. Her testimony certainly does make sense, and everyone in the court... Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you press into the wrong thing, you'll get hurt. So then, tell us what happened to the victim. Okay. Actually, isn't this the gimmick where you have to keep pressing her and she's like got no weaknesses? So... And then something happens? Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press it a little harder on this one? Yeah, it is the closest one. Coil. Is this the gimmick one? Is this the gimmick one where, like, her thing is completely solid and we just have to kind of press it and then we'll get a thing to actually do something with her? Hold on. Let me back down for a minute. I can come back to it. You looked out the window. What did you see next? Okay, so we pressed that, we pressed that. I think we pressed her on everything. Yeah. It's probably, we gotta press her on something. I'm gonna press her on the... I know for a fact that the dodge to one side thing is something that comes up later. So I'm gonna just press her on that. Dodge? Dodge what? Okay. Will the attack please continue? Oh, we can't press her on that. Okay. Okay, let's press her on the fact that it was the defendant for certain, because it's hard to say for certain. Yeah. Which side? Yeah, that comes up later. I remember that, but I'm just gonna press her on the fact that she knew for certain that it was Maya. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Ah, there it is. Eh. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Dang, I almost had her. Okay, that was the right thing to press her on. Good. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does that the accuracy of my report not startle you? And here it is again.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
It's really obvious, once again, what the problem is here. Okay, yeah. Sure, whatever. Clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Yeah, it's the same exact problem as the last, case. How in the world did she know from just looking that this is a clock? Miss May, What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder.
Order! Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would have been over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room.
The offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. Oh, no, wait. It couldn't have rung. My bad. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could— oh, whatever. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand.
Indeed. Objection sustained.
Dang! Time to switch directions. Quick!
Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. Okay. It couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's, broken. I think it's broken. No, it is broken because she took parts out. Okay, whatever. It's empty. You think? Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty.
Okay, so I guess it was both. Or clockwork or whatever. Yeah, it was broken. Okay.
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you put on us for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she had heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Ho ho! Impossible, of course. I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves the witness when this clockwork was removed is the conversation, of course. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this is my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! Order!
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Urgh. Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
I guess that would just be the thinker itself, right? It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh, oh. Oh, she's not so cute now. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink. Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of this matter. April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it, then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Found the wiretap in her room. Have a look at this.
Ooh!
That? I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Ooh. Your Honor? Your Honor. Gosh dang it. Keeping the voices consistent is also going to be a pain, isn't it? It is. Your Honor? Nope. Your Honor? Nope. Your Your Honor? Your Honor? Nope. Miles Edgeworth. Okay. Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? That was a bit too high-pitched for Edgeworth. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon is a clock is. Well, wouldn't it just be on the phone? It would be on my cell phone, yeah? I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we see that.
Listen once more to a conversation between the defendant and victim. Okay. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Objection! Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Doesn't she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness,
answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
Well, this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw you gave me that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Dang, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing thing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime, with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, Come on, think of something. Should we call the bellboy or continue examining Miss May? Call the bellboy? Alright, let's call the bellboy. I do remember he's a witness in this case. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy. Well, why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Can't give up now. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Haha. You activated my trap card, Phoenix. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Attack! You probably got about just as good as idea of the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! As Kaiba does. Uh-oh. Wait.
Very well. Court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Very good, sir.
I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I recently received a call from after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. He's unliberish, it's fine. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, myself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready. This is it. I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now. Maya will be finished. Okay. So, bellboy received a call after 8 in the evening. She asked for... okay. Then wouldn't she have seen... then he would have seen the murder too. Because the murder occurred at like around 9... hey, precisely 9 then? Precisely. Exactly and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, gosh dang, I was just doing British, and now I can't do British. Why can't I do British? I just did British. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. Oh, okay, here it is. There's nothing here there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Can't give up now. Wait, please wait.
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay, this is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Not the bed making. Room service, check-in, no. Room service. To tell me again about, room service.
Again, sir?
At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May's room, and Miss May in room 308. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know, and we don't skip on the ice, sir. Anything? What do you mean, Firewatch? Anything what? What did he just say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? Yeah. Yeah, anything would be good. I object! That was objectionable!
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're not normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Ugh! You fool!
I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought their room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. That's right, sir.
Your Honor?
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss April May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there. Really? Yep. I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sends shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who? Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. What was the part that got left on the record then? The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Okay, so yeah, the dodging to the right thing. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. To be continued. Right. I'm gonna go get a refill on water. I will be back in just 1 second. I guess I'll leave you with music. Gunvolt me. Oh no, wait. Dang it. Yes, I'll leave you with the music that was queued up earlier. And I'll be right back. What? Why isn't it playing? Oh, there it goes. Yes? No? Maybe so? There we go. Okay. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me, then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked. That man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. We need probably more evidence to get her to talk, but let's go through a dialogue. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phone is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it. Bottom fiends, some sucking lawyer. Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Anyway, let's head back to Fanco Law Offices a minute. Check out that phone that was tapped. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Oh, I guess we can't look around, so there's probably nothing else in here. Okay. Oh, hey. I see something immediately different. September 7th, Grossenberg Law Offices. Huh. Looks like Grossenberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? There's something very different about this room all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah. Yeah, it was a painting of Marvin Grosberg. Like a fisherman or something? I'm guessing Marvin Grosberg. Wasn't it? It was a very memorable... It wasn't a very memorable painting, anyhow. What's that on the desk? What's this? Old photos. Why are two lying here? There's something in pencil has been written on the back. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. DL6 incident, Exhibit B. And this chime is the first mention of the well, technically the second mention of the DL6 incident. At least the first time we've heard about it by that name. Let's take a look at these. So the first one. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. See if we can grab the other one too. The photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took? Yeah, let's swap photos, because we'll need that one sooner, I think. I think I'll swap them. Photograph added to the court record. Okay, so let's go to Gatewater Hotel. September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We could charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. I guess he was saying that more of an, I will become famous as the person who brought the murderer iced coffee. As more of a worried voice. Anyway, so let's talk. Miss May. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May.
Ah, yes.
He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir.
He and I are of the same ilk.
We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy.
If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him.
A photo? We have a photo. I will ask him about that in a minute. The hotel. Could you tell me about this hotel?
Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir.
Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor.
Well, what do you think?
Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Alright, let's go ask about that photo. Take a look at this photo.
That's him, detective.
I'm the lawyer.
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is.
No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May.
How about I write an affidavit swearing that is him?
An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Yeah, sure. More evidence is always good. Well, sure. Why not?
Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Just hurry up and write it. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. So let's go talk to Miss May again. I know we still have to... Actually, I was going to say we have to talk to Maya, but we can't talk to Maya because we're talking to Miss May instead. You again? Can't take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. That's one promise he didn't, fulfill. Alright, let's ask about first the photo, and then if she tries to deny it, we have the bellboy's affidavit. Have a look at this. Look, I said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you... Aha! A reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No! That's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have any proof it was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. I do have proof, actually. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. He told us everything he saw. He told us about the man you checked in with. He told us who he was. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. This is it, all or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that is an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this photo to the press. What? Even though he should be a witness to murder, this man isn't hiding. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fist into the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corp. Red, white, and blue. Red, white. Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call them a detective agency. So this is the man that you were with the night of your murder? Of the murder? I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay, I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Discarded the bellboy's affidavit. We don't need that anymore. Okay. So let's go ahead and head over to Blue Corp. Actually, let's switch photos because I don't think we need the photo anymore. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer?
Ahem!
Ah, That old familiar clearing of the throat.
Aha! You again.
Hello, Mr. Grosenberg.
Well, well. You were quite the thing, my boy.
Excuse me?
The trial, the trial.
He was there?
Reminded me myself when I was a youth.
I guess something got passed down through my Mia. Maybe?
It brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of a fresh lemon. You see? I apologize.
Huh?
It was all too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, well,
I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you gave me some information. Today's trial. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister. That poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks. Truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
If you were that worried about it, why didn't you offer to defend her? I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall.
Pretentious-looking?
Well, you know the one I mean. Anyway, where'd it go?
Ah, yes. Well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I sold it, you see. Yes, that's right.
Sold it? I'm not sure I buy that. Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen?
I don't see how it's any of your business. Please speak no more of that accursed painting.
Let's see what happens when we present the photograph. Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph.
Where did you get that? Give it back at once!
I'm sorry to taken it without your knowledge, but I have to know, who is this man? He was most likely in April May's room the night of the murder.
What's that you say? Are you quite sure, my boy?
What is him so flustered, I wonder?
I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. I need to be alone.
Huh? He's fallen silent as a stone. Or rather, a large stone. I guess I should return that photo. Return photograph to Mr. Grosenberg. Anything else to say? No? Okay. I guess let's go talk to this Mr. Blue Corp guy. We'll probably gather the evidence for this next section, and then before the trial starts, I will save, and we will pick up back and finish out this trial tomorrow, because it's almost 3 hours. So, well, it's like 20 minutes to 3 hours. So probably by the time we get all the evidence, it'll be almost 3. So, plus, I gotta make sure I end on time today, right? Anyway. So let's head over to Blue Corp. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office. What's with the surreal decor?
Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage.
What the?
Your name! What's your name? I was just inquirably asking you the title that you go by.
Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably?
Mr. Wright, is it?
Right, I see.
Splendiferous. Perhaps I've intimidated you with my grandesque vocabulary.
What is this guy's problem?
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged.
What a fruitcake!
Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why would you come to meet me like this.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have to do with such a man as myself?
Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Hey, something looks familiar. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica?
Ridiculosity! I have no interest in anything but originals. That right there is a bona fide original worth 5 million, for sure.
Yeah. A very expensive cake at that. Alright, let's talk to him a minute. Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct! She was my secretary.
Secretat.
What a shock it was to hear what she had done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this.
It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
He raises a good question. Actually, why didn't prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May.
Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement.
What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway?
Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say. We are the future.
Sell information.
In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White, of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes? What might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before.
You know,
I've actually seen that painting before.
oh,
Just yesterday, actually.
your point being?
My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
Huh? A lawyer?
No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
What?
Ugh. Oof.
He punched me.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they'll do my bidding.
Ah, gosh dang it. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossenberger's, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps that he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss.
Nope, there is not. We ran through all the dialogue options. So let's go talk to Grossenberger with our black eye and ask him why he was able to get away with it. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat?
Ahem! Big Josephats! Oh, you. Oh, you.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just...
Okay, we already read this. Why is it saying that we haven't? Okay. Let's ask about the painting. Or Mr. White, rather. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grosberg? I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossenberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grosberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what that is. He's blackmailing you. Your lovers. I kind of wanted to try it, but let's just go with the actual thing. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest, so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation.
Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid.
I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
Well, because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
I asked before, but why did you refuse a request? Okay, I think I have a right to know. No, why is that option still there? That's the same option that from before. And I'm starting to have a feeling, okay, so that was a little bit different, but it was pretty much the same thing. Okay. So the DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Faye.
Faye.
Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed for this, Mr. Grosberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you were, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Alright, let's go back to the office then. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here, except for the bloodstains on the carpet. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Okay, so is it over here? All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? D6, right? So A to I. Let's see if there's an A record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? I've tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the ESP that runs my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Alright, let's keep looking down the files then. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this? Skim. Why not? Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here. At the end of the S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen... There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Article about a politician's suicide. Okay. So let's examine the last section of notes. Yeah. Check them. What was the last one? T to Z. Okay. T, U... I know! W! White! Huh? The entry... The entire W section is missing! Was it taken? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is... Mia. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. Maybe if I ask... So, who should I ask? Let's ask him about... See if he's here.
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent. Let's see what he has to say to this. He'll definitely deny it, but this is the only clue Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me. How?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia.
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of this. Okay, see you later, Coil. And all of the suicides cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, no, no. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office. Hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a sec. Mr. White. You're right. You're absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White, that you? What are you calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude.
I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man.
What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they may make even you look competent.
I feel faint.
Detective Gumshoe, reporting, sir. Ah, Butts, Harry Butts.
Right, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murder, right?
Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edgeworth included. Sorry, I'll fix that beeping. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well, cheer me on in court. Well, you could cheer me for me in the court. Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. All right, leave it to me. Huh? I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the court tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. It's the beginning of a new century, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself. That's technically an inconsistency. Because he has canonically been in a defendant's chair once before. Tomorrow, the true culprit will appear as a witness. This is it. It's me or him. To be continued. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm not spoiling. I'm just pointing out inconsistencies. Anyway. So I'm going to call the stream here. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I did okay with the voices. Hopefully I get better at those as we go. And we got almost through the first 2 episodes. So, yeah, it's been fun. Thank you for voices are nice. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for being nice. So I'm going to save. I'm going to call the stream here, and then if you want to follow me, I'm going to go over to Coil's stream, and he is finishing up Professor Layton, Phoenix Wright, Ace Trials and Tribulations, which is the last of the trio. So he is finishing up the last case of the last game in this series today. So I gotta go over there and make sure I don't miss that. So I hope you guys all have a good day, evening, whatever, and I will see you all tomorrow.